Hello, everyone. My name is Ben Henderson. Some people know me as Big Black Hick. Some people probably call me some other things. I'm basically trying this for the first time um, and stuff. So I really haven't done this in probably over a year. And, actually, I should look into this camera. How's that? Uh, I have some new stuff and trying to figure things out. But, um, I live in Pasadena, Maryland. Sure, there's some fine people here and everything. Mixed in probably like any other town. Um, let's see, a couple news in Pasadena. Apparently, a couple friends of mine bought or got the licensing rights to Willie D's, is a local establishment that was out of business for a couple of years and stuff. So that's a good thing. So congrats to everyone that signed a petition there. Let's see, it's Wednesday, and normally around this time I'd probably be in my basement practicing pool, or probably hanging out with someone practicing pool. Getting ready for my league match around 7:30. Um, Basically, just hanging out with friends. It's it's been a weird adjustment because I personally play pool every day. Um, you know, I play Sunday through Thursday. Friday I host tournaments at a local tavern called Tuggy's. Saturday I also host another local tournament at Tuggy's, except it's all nine ball and everything. Um, Met a lot of people, and that I've really grown very fond of, gotten very used to. So that's what's really hard about um, this whole coronavirus quarantine, um, social distancing, which that's just a weird term, but it is what it is. So that's the cliche term that we're using nowadays. So all right, um, everything. I miss hanging out with my team, all all seven of them. Um, but at least what we have going on for us is we still have social media, we still have internet. Um, we still have ways to communicate, ways to keep us pretty stable. You know, I know we can't be as mobile as we can, but uh, you know, it's a pandemic out there. It's pretty dangerous. I mean, we already have what's the number now? Are we at 22? Someone's going to fact check me somewhere, so I may slip up every now and then. So we have some multiple deaths. That's fair. In Maryland, we have some multiple deaths all across the country, all over the world. And At first, I just thought it was a disease that was happening outside the United States. And then once the disease kind of came over to America, each day got a little bit more and more serious to the point to now we're quarantined, um, which is a loose. It's kind of loose. Quarantine is kind of, we're not like in jail unless you're in a prison or in jail apparently. But they've limited how we can move around because we don't want to spread this infectious disease to other people or potentially do that. You know, um, I'm curious to see what other people have been doing because um, I, I'm kind of used to spending during my day by myself. Other people have families. Other people have people that they live with that they probably spend um, that they're probably spending like an additional amount of time with them. Um, uh, Luckily, we still have radio. We have I listen to a lot of sports talk, 105.7 fan. So they've made their adjustments and they're doing a better than I thought job of it all. They're still reporting news. Let's see here. apparently all sports are canceled. The Olympics were apparently deciding if they should perform the Olympics on later. Um, and in my head, I'm like, you're putting a bunch of potentially diseased freaks of nature in a concentrated room. Who knows what they do when they're over in another country? Sort of like the Vegas line that stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So that's a deal breaker. Just don't have the Olympics, and I really haven't watched the Olympics in probably 8 to 12 years. Um, so that tells you how important that is to me. Baseball season was supposed to start, even though the Orioles are going through a phase 2 of the rebuilding. Um, but it was still be exciting just to see what it looks like. Um, NFL draft that the GMs were urging the league to postpone it to a better day, um, which I get because they're still not done evaluating the athletes. I mean, these guys from day 1 to day 365, they're evaluating the next wave of potential Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers. Um, but the league, who's all about money, they're going to figure out a way to make money because if you look at TV right now, not much original content other than the news trying to scare you more about this pandemic. I wish by way of side note, I wish the news would actually provide education to educate the public instead of trying to demonize the president or the politicians. I mean, there are certain things more important than your opinion about someone doing a public service. Okay, just stick to providing information, please. That's all. But outside the news and outside of certain shows, they really haven't produced any new content unless you have some type of streaming service or some form of like way to communicate via internet or something or online and simulcast it. TV shows, that's kind of done. Which leads me to my next venture. If I can, I'm going to try my best to learn as much about streaming services, streaming TV, and everything, and see if I can entertain myself a little bit more, a little bit better. That's the one benefit I thought to being in this particular situation is that you probably have the ability to do something that you probably didn't have time to do. This we're talking about besides talk to family, get to know your neighbor probably, about reading a book, about learning a new skill. Maybe you decided to clean something around your house that you've just been putting off because you have other obligations to your life. There are just so many people that I have not really got to talk to. And it's kind of actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually looking at myself on TV, and I really do look homeless to a degree. Maybe not lost to world homeless, but kind of just like down the beaten road homeless. So that's pretty much what's on top of my mind. This is totally unscripted. Maybe in the future, I probably should write things down. But just let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys sooner than later.